The Mist brings you episode 5, and Suit Monkey is here to review it. So, there will be spoilers, like always, in every review. After a strong last episode, where hard decisions had to be made, episode 5 slows down a bit, to give us a lot of drama and couple of reveals. Kevin is still trying to reach his family in the mall, but with Brian shot in his leg, Kevin and his gang head to the local hospital, where Kevin meets his dick brother Mike. Mike is heavily injured, a rebar is in his stomach, and then the camera fixes on them for the rest of the episode. Mike then explains how he was injured. When he was in the mist, he saw some normal looking kids who attacked him and then stabbed him with a rebar, and they kept saying that it's for Ricky Gustavo, the kid Mike used to bully in the past. This confirms that the mist knows sins of the people who are in it. It then uses these sins to judge the people, and that's how the mist works. The mist created the kids to attack Mike, who is judged for his past sins, including the bullying of Ricky Gustavo in his past. Mike was lucky to exit the mist, but the rebar in his stomach is going to kill him, so Kevin needs to do something fast. Kevin finds that the medical equipment he needs are in an area controlled by the mist, so Kevin gets a plan that should win him a Nobel Prize in medicine. He wants to perform his brother's surgery himself, while he takes instructions from the doctor via walkie-talkie. Yep, you heard that right. Anyway, when Kevin and Mike go through a hallway filled with the mist begins to cause physical harm to Mike, causing blood to come out of his fingernails. With a bit of luck, Kevin performs the surgery successfully and removes the rebar from Mike's stomach. Only that on their way back, the mist physical attack becomes more dangerous this time. Blood starts to come out of Mike's mouth this time, and Kevin slips on some of it. Then, a shit pile of leeches is discovered on the ceiling. They start to fall to the floor, with a big number of them landing on Mike. Now, with Mike's body covered with leeches, Kevin has to put Mike out of his misery, since there is no way to save him, so all of this went for nothing. We then get a flashback of when Kevin and Eve moved to Bridgeville, because we definitely need one, after Mike's death. We get an awkward sex scene, but we also find out that Kevin is not Alex's father. Kevin says he doesn't want to know who is the father, but it's heavily hinted that Mike could be the father.
You suck!
If Mike is Alex's father, Eve will be forced to reveal this to Kevin, because Mike died and all. Plus, the impact could be big and interesting. Now, to the OMG, the WTF, and the plot twist of episode 5. I know that I'm overreacting, but it will change everything. I mean, everything. When Mia goes to visit Brian in the hospital, she enters his room, but Brian is not there. A man who looks like him is there. The guy reveals he is the real Brian, and that he was beaten up by a man who looks like him, and that man was the fake Brian, who is called Jonah. This means fake Brian, who is probably working in Arrowhead, attacked the real Brian, took his place, then lost his memories, and found himself in a mountain, just like we saw in episode 1. And there's a shot from the trailer that could shed some light on this matter. This is most likely to be fake Brian, who was some sort of a test subject in Arrowhead. So what I think is that he was able to escape, but stole real Brian's clothes to walk among Arrowhead soldiers and escape. And fake Brian's amnesia could have resulted from the experiment. At the end, we get a tease of fake Brian learning that he might not be the real Brian, and this is probably the most interesting reveal in this episode. For this episode, I would say that it wasn't strong enough as the previous episodes, especially episode 4. There wasn't a lot of tough decisions to make, like we used to see in The Mist. Also, no people going crazy, and I love that part. And for the first time, we spend an entire episode with Kevin's group, instead of jumping between several groups. I didn't like this change, because it was good. To me, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And like always, flashbacks are flashbacks. After all, it was an average episode, with couple of interesting reveals. This is it for this review. And like always, if you agree, disagree, or have anything to say or add, you have the right to leave a comment. Also, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned for more content about The Mist, Preacher, and Game of Thrones.